ready for our next video, Josh?
You better believe it. Been waiting all day.
Yeah, so we are talking about foods to get you back on track, because we know when you need that motivation to get back, there's certain foods that will help to do it. And more important than the specific foods, which we definitely will get into, is the mindset. So for the mindset of eating, basically, if you fall off track, we don't want you to beat yourself up. We don't want you to make yourself feel bad or wish it never happened, because we are human. We fall off track sometimes.
It's about acceptance.
Exactly. So what we're going to do is we're going to meet ourselves where we are. And if we're having craving for something sweet, then we're going to find a way to have something sweet that's healthy instead of something that's unhealthy. Same thing with something salty or crunchy or whatever it is, because a lot of times when we do indulge in certain food that's not good for us, it leads to have more cravings for that in the future afterwards. So, we want to just get it and nip it in the butt. So the best way to do it is find those substitutions that really work for you. And I know you have some really good substitutions that you love.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us about them?
Well, I'm guilty as charged. I'm a sweet tooth addict. I can't help it. I love sweets. I love ice cream's top of my list, cakes, pies, across the board. So, and if you do ice cream and cakes and pies together, even better.
You're going for the full combo right there.
So for me, ice cream, a great substitute is banana ice cream. Freezing some bananas and then blending them up and get them just to a point where it really does take on that flavor profile, the consistency of ice cream. Add a little cinnamon there, maybe some almond milk, tiny bit of almond butter. It's to die for.
Game over. It's so good.
Chocolate mousse. I love that. Avocados, cacao, some raw local honey. Amazing. What was another kind of cake?
What about pie? You love pie.
Yeah, the nut crust pies. You can make a homemade nut crust pumpkin pie straight out of the gate. Amazing. You cannot even think twice about eating that. It's so good.
Yeah, it's amazing too, because it doesn't have gluten in it or that all-purpose flour and the bad sugars that what you normally find in pie. Not any of that. So you're just keeping it really simple and really healthy and nutritious.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing, Josh, I was curious. I know you do something really specific. If you have a buttery, salty craving, what do you do?
That's my favorite. I get a giant head of broccoli and I lightly steam that. And I get some high quality butter. Kerrygold's a great one.
Make sure it's grass-fed.
Grass-fed. And I melt some of that butter onto my lightly steamed broccoli. And then I sprinkle some sea salt or some real salt from Redmond Clay. And that way I know I'm getting all the nutrients, all the good fats, and the nutrients and the minerals from the salt. And everything just it hits the craving perfectly. And it really does suffice and satiate my body.
So what it sounds like you're doing is you're finding the thing you're craving, but then you're adding a little bit of something nutritious into it. So you're kind of combining the two. It's a real good, better, best type thing.
Certainly. That's what it's all about. It's like acknowledging where you are, meeting yourself there, but then also going that step further to make sure you're still being progressive and staying in alignment with what you desire, your highest self.
Yeah, to get ourselves back on track, it's about those little baby steps. We talk about it all the time, but they really count. They really make a huge difference when you just, you say, oh, well, I'm having a craving for something crunchy and salty. For me, when that happens, I go for homemade sweet potato fries because they got the crunch, they've got the salt because I'm using really high quality sea salt, and they're just delicious to eat. And
keyword there is homemade.
Homemade, yes, not your bags of sweet potato fries or anything fried from a restaurant. These are homemade, and you're actually getting the nutrients of a sweet potato when you have that. So you're getting a little bit of that saltiness covered, but you're also getting nutrients. That's everything. Another one, smoothies, right?
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites.
I love it.
About that.
They're great to get back on track.
Yeah, I don't even know what category that really hits, but I know I can take it from a wide range, from a full meal to even just a nice little milkshake or in between snack kind of feel. It just really goes across the board, knocking out those cravings.
Yeah, the thing I like the most about a smoothie is it's so versatile. You can make them so many different ways. But say you indulged in some food that wasn't very good for you and you want to get yourself back on track, well, then you can make a smoothie that has some cacao in it, so you get the chocolatiness and you get creaminess of maybe some almond butter if you want to put that in there.
More avocados.
Yeah, and then it's really, really simple to always just throw in a handful of spinach or throw in a handful of some kind of greens, and you don't even taste it. So that's where you're getting that nutrient content, but you're not indulging in things that just are not benefiting you, making you more energized, more alive, and feeling your best, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's all about finding food that makes you feel your best. And when you fall off track, it's just taking those small steps to get back there. And that's
Sure.
really what is the make or break of the whole thing. So when that fine line comes up of, am I going to fall off track for a day, a month, maybe a couple months, or am I going to make the choice to get back into a healthy habit? That's how you do it.
That's the key.
Take those little baby steps.
Yeah, always make the choice. Just to take one little baby step forward.
Yeah.
Keep on progressing.
And so to tie everything back into where we are here in Mesa Verde with this with this beautiful space, we're going back to basics, going back to Whole Foods and how they did it back in the day. Like, the more Whole Foods you can get into your life, the better. And
I mean, they had the Whole Foods that gave them the energy and nourishment to build establishments on top
All of
of
that.
100-foot cliffs.
and climb it all. You know, you need to be eating food that nourishes you. And luckily, back in that time, they didn't have the processed foods we have now that drain you of energy. They just
Proof
had.
is in the Pueblos.
There you
That's all
go.
I'm saying.
Perfect. And I think what the woman at the visitor center was saying was that they primarily lived off of what? Meat, corn, and what was the third one? Do you remember?
There was some squash in there.
Oh, squash. Yeah.
Maybe like a root
So-
vegetable potentially.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well, yeah. So as you can imagine, these are whole foods. They come from the ground. You know, it's not getting weird with processing and packaging. So keep it simple. Go back to Whole Foods, and you can make Whole Foods taste really, really amazing.
Oh yeah.
So take those tips, really live by them, and hopefully just overcome those cravings and overcome the self-sabotage and everything that comes with needing that motivation to stay on track.
Yeah, don't forget too, if you do find yourself in that space, reach out, connect on the Facebook page, and
Yeah.
make sure and send some support your way.
Yeah, we're always here for love and support. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.